Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Liz, and welcome back to Forever Stranded. In the last episode, we were working with Advanced Rocketry and making more machines and doing more things, and trying to get things to work like we need it to. We discovered that the electric arc furnace is completely and utterly slow. This is like the slowest machine I've ever seen. And honestly, upgrading it isn't really going to help much. We're going to do something tricky with this to make things better, because we really only need silicone from it. So we'll get to that relatively soon. Between episodes, I was working on moving this guy, which was a pain because these guys are really causing me issues. So we've been having the issue of this filling up because these hammer guys are not fast enough. So one thing I want to kind of point out is that I actually want to experiment something real quick. Let's see, let's get some sticks. Not like that. And some diamonds, because we have a lot of diamonds. And we can make some diamond hammers. Let's see, this mini should be fine. And I just want to see, so I know that if I put a enchanted diamond hammer in there, actually goes a little bit faster. In fact, it goes a lot faster. It does use some durability. Actually, it uses the durability as it's kind of going, or not quite so often. So it does use some durability while in here, but it does make it faster. And I can't tell if that makes it too much faster, but what we can do, so let's grab some lapis. Does it really matter how much faster it is? Let's grab some lapis. Let's grab 6 levels. And let's just get as many efficiencies as we can. And we're going to make these machines a little bit faster. So let's get a few more levels. And basically, this will let us, well, make the machines faster. And that should help with the whole overflowing of materials and all that kind of stuff. So we'll just enchant all these guys with efficiency. I wanted that hammer. I did a little bit of manual, like, smashing of the ores, but honestly, it's going to be best if I just speed these guys up a little bit, and this is the way to do it. So that should help a lot to get kind of cleared out of all this stuff. It's already looking a lot better. I had to babysit it for a little bit, but that's kind of whatever happens. But yeah, so I moved this guy, and that's pretty much it. I did a little bit more work outside with dirt, but that's not really major or anything. So kind of our big thing is this silicon. If we look at our quest book, what we were working on last time was the crystallizer quest, where we need 4 silicon bowls. But silicon takes forever to make, unless we go over here and do this. Seems simple, right? Seems incredibly simple. Well, here's the thing. We are going to have to change some recipes, specifically these guys. But if I do that and do this for all of them, and this will make sense very, very soon, we can kind of do some trickiness where we only use this type of silicon. So we can just put these guys back into the iron chest. And then the next thing we need to do is, that's fine. That's actually okay. Except that we need to tell this that it makes this. And you'll see why I did that in just a second. So we have 26 silicon in here. If I put that in there, it gives us 5. And we put that in there. And why didn't that work? That should have worked. Yeah, we have 18 now. So all we have to do is duplicate this with the Ender IO silicon. So we don't have to actually use the electric arc furnace anymore. We have all the silicon we could want right here. And I believe if we tell it to make 2 of those, will it actually make more? It should. Like, the machine down here should be working. And it's getting silicon. The only question is, how long does it take for the... We got 38. So, it doesn't recognize it, which is the only problem. So, what to do about that? We could just set it up so that... let's get some sand. We have plenty of sand, because the system's not going to realize that it has what it needs. Let's get some of this. And I think just turning that recipe back to what it was, and just being aware that we can make it, we don't need this ender iode silicon anymore. We can just make the other silicon whenever we want. So let's just do it this way, because it's going to be easier. But anytime we need more silicon, that's all we have to do. And the system will automatically turn it into the other one. As far as I'm aware, there is no downside to this. If it turns out there is, the ender iode silicon is super easy to make, so it doesn't really matter. So we're going to need some silicon and some nuggets. We have 1 silicon boil. Then we need to go to the crystallizer and make the others. So how many of these do we need? We need 4. So we'll just do something like this. And that will take like no time whatsoever. So that should be a quest. And we get a loot chest and half a heart. And it doesn't unlock anything else. So that's kind of where we're at right now. We can go ahead and put this stuff away. Let's go ahead and open the loot chest. We got some ores. That's kind of nice. Something we didn't look last time, but we do have a lot of fish in here. The question is, do we have enough? And I think the answer is probably not. So this is for creating life for the ocelot, which is the last quest in this as far as I can tell. And we need 8 raw fish. We have 6. So we're getting there. But yeah, as you can see, I expanded the dirt a little bit. Nothing too major. So, what are we going to do for today? Well, I want to continue completing quests, as many as we can, and relatively soon, probably maybe next episode, we'll do some automation with concrete, so that we can start making concrete and making this place look a little bit nicer. We're still kind of cleaning things up. It's going to take time. Something else we could probably have done is put it in here and had the nuggets available to us, but oh well. That doesn't matter too much to me. But this is clearing things out a lot faster. That is good. So, yeah, let's start working on the next rocketry quest. So, what do we have? Because there's not really much else for us to do at this point. There is plenty of collector stuff, but we'll get to that later. So we need launch pads, fueling station, and unmanned vehicle assembler. So launch pad, fueling station, and unmanned, there we go, unmanned vehicle assembler. So this is going to require some dilithium dust, titanium alloy, and rocket assembling machine. Concrete. Okay, that's not too bad. Is that useful for anything? Like decorative? Doesn't look like it, but it is required for the launch pads. And we're going to need yellow and black ink. Well, we have some squids, so that part is at least good. So let's start working on this. So first of all, we need concrete. We're probably going to need, how many? We need 10 of those. We should be fine with one recipe's worth. So let's grab a bucket of water. And we're slowly getting a lot of automation in our base, which is nice. It's something I like to see. So there is the concrete. And we're going to need 10. So I need yellow dye on dandelions. Now we can turn those directly into stuff, or we can pulverize them for 4. So 1, 2, 3 is all we need. We don't have a pulverizer up here, do we? That's something we probably should have. Alright, let's get a pulverizer. So that should not be too bad to make. So we just need a 10 gear. Don't really care what kind of glass. And let's see, we need everything else. So 1 of these, 2 copper gears, and a piston. Alright, so there is the pulverizer. We can put that stuff away. Oh, that's a facade. I didn't realize that. I forgot. So we'll just put that back. Put the pulverizer down. Let's configure it. And we can start pulverizing. So, more machines, more better. Yeah, all those are conduit facades. We don't need to really worry about that. So how many ink sacs do we have? We have more than enough. So we need 10 of these. And we'll put everything but 2 of those. So we can just get all of the launch pads we need. So there is the first part. We need a fueling station. How bad is that? Doesn't look terrible. We need a steel fan. We need some machine structures, user interface, 10 plates, and liquid I/O circuit. That's a new one, but that's not bad. Machine interface. We need some more lime dye, which is cactus green and bone meal. We'll get 2 of those, so it's not too bad. Let's see, what else we need? We need a steel fan, which requires a steel rod and some steel plates, which we have. And we just need the machine structures. We're missing iron plates. So let's grab some iron. Iron. If I can actually spell it. And compactor? Will this make plates? I think it will. Should anyways. I think this is how I was, yep, that's exactly how I was doing it. So something that I want to kind of look at real quick is how much ardite do we have? We have a lot of firestone. We have a little bit of ardite. We're still collecting a good bit of stuff. With the red lens, we're not getting all that much stuff. I wish I could see the how much power it's using and all that kind of stuff. We're not getting too much ardite. If we look at the recipe for it, it prefers orange lenses. So let's make another lens and let's switch those out. Because we need that for another quest. So I have some orange dye. Let's make a orange lens. So we need a clear lens. And that's just more glass. Not too bad to do. And we can make an orange lens. There we go. So let's switch these out. And what I want to do is just put that in there. So if we turn that off, it should start getting more stuff. Now what is the orange lens going to give us? Copper and ardite. Okay. Now we're also going to want a brown lens eventually, because this will be good for getting dirt. We're going to want a lot of dirt, and honestly upgrading void resource miners is probably going to be the best way to do that. But we'll get there. It will be in time. So before we can really do that, we need to upgrade power. Anyways, so it doesn't really matter. Let's see. We should have the iron plates. We can make the machine structures. Couldn't remember what those were called for a second. And let's get the fueling station. So there we go. That was easy enough. And then we need this guy, which requires this guy. So we need a user interface. So we're going to need some more lime dye, some glass. We're gonna need, let's get like 30 glass cooking up. We're also gonna need some planks turned into slabs so that we can make a couple of these control circuits. We're also gonna need copper crunched down, so let's get 8 of those, I guess. Do we have any capacitors? No. Okay, well, that's fine. Let's just pulverize both of them. 2 different pulverizers, twice as quick, or it should be anyways, and it's giving us the same type of pulverized copper, so that's fine. And last one is coming soon. So we're getting close to the point where we can start making a rocket, which is kind of interesting, the way you do that. So we need 2 control circuits. So 1, 2. Do we have the glass panes? We do, which means we can make the user interface. And we are missing titanium rods. So titanium, right, titanium was weird to get. To get this stuff we need titanium dust, which we get from, right, I forgot about that. I don't think we have any more titanium currently. So that is something we're gonna need. More redstone turned into netherrack. I forgot about that part. Let's do 16. And hope for the best. Should be relatively quick. But yeah, so I forgot about the titanium. Now, the titanium alamide is easy enough. We can actually use that pretty quickly. But the titanium rods, we're obviously going to use the titanium. We're going to use the lathe. And the gears, we could use metal presses, but we're going to need a lot of titanium. Now, is there any other ways whatsoever to get that? Because the rutile ore we cannot get. The titanium dust is really the only way. We get it from nether gravel. And that's the only way I see. So yeah, we're gonna have to hope that we get a good bit of stuff. But what we need to do is we need to maybe making the void resource miner would not be a bad idea. I don't think we have one. You know, I don't think we need this right now. Let's get some diamonds. And, or do we have a crush? No. Okay. And some sticks. Last 2 sticks in the system. Let's go ahead and smash this up. And then what we're going to do for the rest of the episode is we're going to work on the void resource miner. And I do believe that getting the void resource miner with red, that should give us netherrack and decent supply. So that's the hope anyways. Let's go ahead, throw that in there, and hope for the best. So we need in total 9 pieces of titanium, as far as I can tell, because yeah, 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4, this is 5 versus 4. We don't have a metal press though, so we might need a little bit more. So there's the 2 rods. That part is easy enough. We just go to the lathe, and that's the cutting machine. Right here it is. That's power input. Where is the input on this? I don't, right there. So we put that there. It trims it down and gives us 2 rods. And then we can make the rest of the stuff. So, we need, for the final thing, let's get the unmanned rocket assembly, unmanned vehicle machine, whatever it's called. We'll get that up on NEI. But we need the void resource miner as well. So something that I think is going to be good for us to do relatively soon is start upgrading our machine. So we have plenty of power. We just need to make, well, honestly, we need to get a lot more redstone than we currently have. We get a tier 4 solar panel, and we can get tier 4s for this guy as well, and things will be a little bit easier. But for right now, let's just get the tier 1. I don't believe we had it, so I just want to void nothing. Okay, so this is pretty straightforward. In fact, we already have basically everything. So we're gonna need a lens, so we're gonna need more clear glass. So nether quartz and glass. Just go ahead and make, oh no, it's sand. It's sand, not glass. I forgot. Just go ahead and make 16 of that. For right now anyways. Get that cooking. And the last thing we need to do is this laser core, which needs more glass. So once the first batch is up, we can get the laser core. And then we just need a lens, which is the next batch, and then we'll have to wait a little bit for the last one. So if we want to get Netherrack, Netherrack prefers the red. Now we could make some things. This doesn't have any modifier cores. I believe that is the next tier up. So a tier 2. Let's take a look. So the digital guide will tell us. But they are the same structure. The void ore and the void resource miners are the exact same structure completely, like down to everything. So all you have to do is replace the controller and you can get different things, which is really neat. So yeah, you cannot do any modifiers on the first tier, but the second tier you can do 4. It does require a lot more structure blocks, and it does require a lot more. Actually, does it even cost more to have it a higher tier? I don't think it does. It's just expensive on the blocks. But yeah, we can eventually get upgraded miners and use accuracy modifiers, which are a little expensive. The mica is actually the most expensive thing out of here. And once we can get to that point, it'll be a lot easier to kind of get everything we need. But that'll take some time. We'll get there. Let's go grab, we have redstone ore down here. And honestly, I should probably change this to a gold chest. But let's just break this guy. Break that guy. And switch these out. So controller, lens, lever. And this should start getting us more stuff. So I'm going to take most of this redstone. We're going to go ahead and kind of clean things up. Get as much redstone as possible. We can put this stuff away. And just to kind of show off, to get the tier 2, we're going to need more void resource miner 1s. And then tier 3 is where it gets difficult with mica. Mica is only obtained from the resource miner. And it also requires stabilized ender pearls, which is not too bad. just a lot of iron, but it requires 2 of those, and then tier 4 requires 2 more of those, the previous tier, and then 4 nether stars. But it's worth it if we can get to that point. So we'll kind of start working towards that. But I think next time what I want to do is I want to start working on getting concrete auto-produced so that we can actually do some stuff with that. Broken gold, nickel. Nothing too major. So there's 2 more titanium. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna want to get let's get a couple of chest upgrades. I think that'll be better than anything else. So we want iron to gold and gold to diamond. So let's upgrade this chest rather. And that will give us plenty of space. And as you see, we're already starting to get a variety of different things. Mycelium, soul sand, limestone. We'll get a lot of different things. But let's grab this ardite ore. And I want to see if we can actually do the gold toolkit. That is the last thing I want to do for today, maybe. We'll see what the diamond toolkit is, but let's just toolkit. So the gold toolkit requires 4 ardite large plates, which is, or rather 5, so that's 40 ardite that we need. We have cobalt. We don't have ardite in here, which is kind of surprising. Do we have any ardite at all? No, we do not. Alright, well, we have 4 ardite ore we can use. What's going to give us the most? That's going to potentially give us netherrack. Pulverizer gives us 2. If we had cinnabar or rich slag, we get even more. Smelting gives us 2. Okay. If we had the pyro concentrator for that, give us 3. Is it really worth it? No, not really. So let's just go ahead and throw these in the sag mill and hope for the best. So we're going to get plenty of redstone from all this. Hey, we got some netherrack. That's exactly what I wanted. So yeah, we're going to need a lot of ardite in order to do the quest, but we'll get there. It'll just take some time. So I do want to go ahead and put the ardite into the drawer system, just so that it's available to us in block form as well as whatever else we want. And relatively soon we'll start looking at getting the toolkit. So this diamond one requires prismarine. That's actually pretty easy, surprisingly, because of this machine. It just requires a good bit of power. There's some more ardite in there. We can go ahead and keep working on it. So if we look at all of our ores, we have a lot of diamond ore. We have some redstone and nether quartz. We'll kind of work on that kind of stuff as we go. Yellowite ore dust. Am I storing that? Yes, I am. Okay. But I'm also storing yellorium. Alloy smelter makes it. So is this still getting... No? Okay. I guess I'll make that stuff as I need it. But anyways, I'm kind of rambling. Let's see how this guy is doing. Any netherrack so far? No. We do have a good bit of resources though in here, which is nice. We have some more grass, which I can go place up top. And yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. So we can complete the last quest in the creating life. So that is the ocelot completed. We can go ahead and claim it, and everything here is done. So, perfect. I don't know that we'll ever actually summon in any ocelots, but we have them. So, that's cool. Anyways, I think that's going to be it for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So next time we are going to be automating concrete and kind of looking ahead at maybe more power and whatever else we can get into, really. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!